Then in the previous classes, we have understood about the basics of banking company. What is a banking company? Okay, what is the meaning of banking? What is bank? Functions of bank. Then features of bank. We have understood different types of banks. We have understood. Okay. Then we have discussed about the different types of accounts: fixed deposit, recurring deposit, saving account, current account, demat account, etc. Today we will be discussing about the services offered by banks. What are the services offered by banks to the public? Okay. So today we will be discussing this part, that is services offered by banks. So we all know that most important function of bank is accepting deposits from public and lending money. Okay, this is the main function of a bank. So this is we call banking. So main function of banks will be accepting deposits and giving that deposits further as a loans or investment, etc. So first service offered by banks will be advancing of loans. Obviously, basic functions of banks. Banks are, we know that, profit oriented business organization. So banks are what? Profit oriented organizations. So they have to advance a loan to the public and generate interest from them as profits. So we know that bank accept deposit from the customer. Different deposit schemes are offered by banks, like savings account, fixed deposit account, recurring deposit, etc. So in this all, bank has to pay interest to the customers. Okay. So for paying interest, somewhere bank has to earn, no? So one of the important source of revenue for bank is advancing loans. So they will charge interest on loans. So they have to advance loan to the public and generate interest, because banks are profit oriented organization. So suppose in deposit, they will give you interest of, let's say, 5%. And in loans, they will charge interest 8%. So difference 3% will be the income for the bank. Or we can say the important revenue for the bank is interest income. Okay. So banks provide different types of loans: short-term, medium-term, long-term loans to needy borrowers. Okay. So this is the first type of service offered by bank, or you can say the basic service offered by bank is advancing of loans. Then next is overdraft, normally given to the business customers on day for their day-to-day activities. They are normally business customers are allowed to withdraw more than their deposits, especially in the current account. This facility is given, that is overdraft. Okay, that for day-to-day purpose, customers who are having current account can withdraw more than their deposits. So sometimes the bank provides overdraft facilities to its customers, through which they are allowed to withdraw more than their deposits. Okay, this is normally allowed to the current account holders. Savings account holders are not allowed overdraft. So in savings account, customer cannot withdraw more than their deposit. But in overdraft, in current account, this facility is normally given, overdraft facility, that customers can withdraw more than their deposits. Now, very important, when you're withdrawing more than your deposits, you will have to pay interest. So obviously, interest is a charge from the customers on the overdrawn amount. So this is the also type of loan only, we can say, short-term financing. Then another facility is discounting of bills of exchange. So this is also a type of financing given by bank. So this is another popular type of lending by modern banks. What is a bill of exchange? Bill of exchange is an instrument drawn by the drawer and accepted by the drawee. Okay, suppose two persons are there, A and B. Okay, A sells goods to B. Simple example we are taking. A is selling some goods to B. Now B will not pay immediately to A. So instead of that, what A will do, A will draw a bill of exchange. In that, he will put all the details and terms of payment will be all written in that. So it is an unconditional instrument. Okay, and B will accept this bill. Okay, in this bill, everything will be written that this much amount goods has been sold to B. So he will pay the amount in this date, this date. Okay, in legal terms, it will be written, and B will put a signature, which will signify the acceptance of the bill. Clear? So now once B has given the acceptance to the bill of exchange, now what A can do, if A requires money, he can go to his bank and he can discount this bill with the bank. Okay, suppose B will give the payment only after 3 months, but now since A is having a bill of exchange, no, accepted by B, suppose 10 lakh is the amount of this bill of exchange. Now if A urgently requires money, he cannot wait till 3 months. What he will do, he will go to the bank and get this bill discounted. Discounting of bill means bank will take this bill from A and charge some commission. So this bill is 10 lakh, no? So bank will, for example, let us say it will give A 9,50,000. Okay, immediately, and 50,000 it will charge as a commission. That is a discounting of bill. Now what will happen, after 3 months, B will make the payment. Now B will make payment directly to the bank, 10 lakh rupees. So understood? So difference 950,000 will be the income of the bank. So this is a commission on discounting of bill of exchange. Okay, so bank has given A 9,50,000 and A will pay, B will pay the bank 10 lakhs, correct? And ultimately difference 50,000 will be the profit of the bank. So this is the concept of discounting of bill of exchange. Understood? What is the discounting of bill of exchange? Okay, so this is also one of the popular mode of financing by banks to the business people. So instead of waiting up to the maturity of the bill, the business person, that is the holder of the bill, can get it discounted immediately by paying some commission to the bank. Then another service provided by bank is check payment. Everybody know banks provide checkbooks to the account holder. Account holders can draw check upon the bank to pay money. So if you want to pay money to some person, you can draw check on the bank and you can easily transfer the money from one account to another account. So this is the one of the basic function provided by bank is check payment or check facility. Instead of carrying cash, you can carry checkbook and you can issue checks. It is also safer mode than carrying cash. You can carry checkbook and issue checks to the person. Then another service provided by some branches is foreign currency exchange, that buying and selling of foreign currency is facilitated by banks. Not all banks branch will have this facility, but some specific branches will have facility for foreign currency exchange. And banks are also called as authorized dealers. Under Foreign Exchange Management Act, banks are also authorized dealers for dealing in foreign currency. So in India, if you want to deal in foreign currency, it will be through only authorized dealers. So if you will purchase or sell foreign currency other than through authorized dealer, it will become a contravention of the Foreign Exchange Management Act and punishment will be applicable. So foreign exchange currency transaction has to be done only through an authorized dealers in India as per the Foreign Exchange Management Act, and banks are authorized dealers. Okay, one of the authorized dealers are banks. So bank branch will also provide facility for exchanging foreign currency. Okay, so banks deal with foreign currencies as the requirement of the customers. Banks exchange foreign currency with local currency. Suppose if you have received US dollars, so you will have to go to the bank to convert it into rupees. You cannot do it outside authorized dealer. Otherwise, it will become a contravention and punishment liabilities will be applicable. So you have to be approach a bank only who are authorized dealers for exchanging one currency to another currency. Okay, especially in international trade, this is very helpful function to settle down the dues in international trade. Because international trade transaction, exports and import transaction all take place in foreign currency, US dollars. So conversion of foreign currency is one of the functions provided by bank. Then another function service provided by bank to their customers is consultancy. So modern commercial banks are large organization. Okay, they can expand their function to a consultancy business. So consultancy means what? So if some customer requires some advice on some financial matters, so bank can give their expert advice on that matter issue. So in this function, banks hire financial, legal, market experts who provide advice to customer regarding investment, industry, trade, income tax, etc. So all these consultancy services are also provided by banks nowadays in modern commercial banks. Then another important service provided by bank is bank guarantee. What is a bank guarantee? See, bank guarantee is a guarantee given by bank on behalf of their customer. Okay, especially bank guarantee, etc. will be required in case of projects. Okay, if a businessman wants to accept some big project, for example, with the government, he wants to accept some project, okay, contract. So he's applying for some contract. So in that case, opposite party will require a guarantee from the bank that this person is having sufficient capacity to accept that contract. So that is called as a bank guarantee. Okay, suppose if you are applying for some big contract with the government, so government is accepting the contracts from different person, bids from different person for some contract. So for some, let us say for construction of bridge, let us say. So you are applying for that contract with the government. Now, before accepting the contract, government wants to make sure that customer is having capacity to complete that contract, accept that contract. So in that case, what he can do, customer can approach his bank and ask for a guarantee letter from the bank. So bank will give a letter on behalf of the customer that this customer is having sufficient solvency to accept this contract, capacity to accept this contract. So now based on this letter, contract will be allotted to that person. Okay. Customers are provided the facility of bank guarantee by modern commercial bank. Very important function by bank guarantee. When customers have to deposit certain fund in government or office or courts for specific purpose, bank can present itself as a guarantee for the customer instead of depositing funds by customer. See now what happens that if government demands some deposit money before allotting contract, there will be disadvantage. One thing is that money will be blocked in deposit. Okay. Already for the project, you require huge amount of funds to complete that. And more than that, if you deposit some certain percentage in the government, with the government for contract purpose, it will add more disadvantage. So alternative will be what? If you take a guarantee letter from bank, then it will act as an alternative for the deposit money. Okay, because funds is now not blocked. Bank guarantee is just a letter given by the bank. So it is a non-fund base of finance. For this, bank will charge a commission, obviously. Okay, it will not give free of charge. It will charge a commission for giving bank guarantee to the customer. So this is the very important thing. But advantage is that instead of depositing the money with the government deposit, you are just giving a letter. So ultimately what will happen? Your that much money is not blocked in the deposit, that you can use in the project. So this is the one of the advantage of bank guarantee. Okay, because if bank is giving the letter, guarantee letter, it will be accepted by government. Understood? So this is the one of the important functions or services provided by government to their customers. Understood, everybody? What is a bank guarantee? Yes or no? Okay. Yeah. Now next is remittance of fund. Simple function, because transferring funds from one place to another place, that is from one account to another account through check, draft, NEFT, etc. This is called as remittance of fund, and one of the most basic functions of bank, transferring funds from one account to another account. Then another function, popular function provided by banks nowadays is credit card facility. So credit card is buy now, pay later scheme. Everybody know what is a credit card. Credit card is a card that allows their holder to make purchase of goods and services in exchange for credit cards. So you can make shopping of different things and pay later after 1 month. So nowadays, mostly all shops accept the credit cards, no? So you can purchase the goods and services and pay through the credit card, and you can pay the amount later after 1 month, etc. So it is a pay now, it is a buy now, pay later scheme, credit card. Then another most important function is ATM service. Obviously, one of the very beneficial service for withdrawing monies. Okay, instead of carrying money, you can carry the ATM card with you. Very convenient to carry also. And you can withdraw the money anytime, 24 hours availability is there. Okay, normally banks will close at around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So after that, you cannot go to the bank and withdraw the money. So instead of that, one of the most important facility is ATM service. You can withdraw anytime and anywhere. Nowadays, you will see ATMs are available almost at all the locations. Okay. number of ATMs availability is more, so you can withdraw anytime, anywhere you can withdraw. Okay, convenience of location, just now we have discussed. Nowadays you can see ATMs in almost all important locations. ATMs will be there. Okay, so this is the one of the most important functions we can say provided by banks nowadays. Then another is debit cards. That is ATM card will only act as your debit card also. Okay, so debit card also you can use for making purchases. Okay, like in e-commerce platforms, etc., you can purchase goods using your debit card also. So normally debit card and ATM cards are same card only. You can withdraw the money also, and you can do your e-commerce transaction through debit card also. Pay your tax, etc., through debit cards. Okay, so this is the another function, that is debit cards. So these are all the common functions only, which nowadays everybody will be having. Then most popular function is online banking and NEFT transactions. That is online banking, internet banking, web banking. You can do account transfers, okay, balance inquiry, bill payment, etc. Anything you can do through online banking. And one of the important advantages is that it can be accessed anytime, day or night, and can be done from anywhere. Okay, just you require an internet facility and a laptop or mobile phones through which you can access the internet banking facility. Then mobile banking, through mobile phones also nowadays you can do the banking transaction, that is known as mobile banking or m-banking. Okay, term used for performing balance checks, account transaction, everything you can do through mobile device such as PDA, personal disease assistance, etc. So this is a mobile banking. Then another function of the bank is accepting deposits. We have already understood. This is the primary function of the bank. Accepting deposits and lending money is the primary function of the bank. Then periodic collections and payments, like ECS facility, you might have heard that you can give instruction to your bank to make periodic payments, like especially mutual funds and all. Every month, if you are making the deposit in mutual fund, you can give instructions to your bank that this much amount will be transferred to mutual fund, etc. Automatically on that date, the amount will be transferred. Okay, similarly, if you will see your salaries nowadays, dividend, interest, etc., all collected by bank only automatically. Okay, and banks also pay taxes, bills, premium, rent. So if you give instruction to the bank that every month you pay rent of 5,000 to this account number on this date, so automatically bank will do the transaction. That is ECS system, no? You might have heard. Automatically bank will debit your account and transfer the money from your account on that day. Till the time you're canceling that instruction, bank will make payments on your behalf. So no need of remembering also. Once you give the instruction to the bank, they will do it on your behalf. So for that, you will have to give a standing instructions to the bank. Clear? Okay. Now, another facility is the locker facility. All might know what is locker facility. In locker facility, you can keep the gold documents, ornaments, valuables, etc. in the locker facility provided by bank. It is a utility function provided by the commercial banks, in which you can keep your valuables, gold ornaments, etc. in the locker facility provided by the bank. Then another service provided by bank is project reports. So banks may prepare project reports and feasibility study on behalf of clients. Okay, suppose if a person wants to start a new business, big business, so bank will undertake study on his behalf whether that location is proper. Okay, whether the business which is proposing to start is having good prospects or not, or where he have to establish that business, etc. All this thing, bank will make the study that is known as feasibility study and give a report to the clients. That is a project reports. Okay, based on project report, business firm can obtain funds from the market and obtain clearance from the government authorities. So before starting big business, etc., you will have to obtain some license or clearance from the government, etc. So on basis of the project reports, that clearance, etc., can be obtained, and also you can raise the funds from the market. Okay, so this is one of the service provided by banks nowadays. Okay, understood this much. So this is the first topic we have completed, introduction of banking companies. So this module I will upload in the Google Classroom. Okay, and also upload the recorded videos in the YouTube and share the link with you.